And hello, everyone. Welcome to today's class. Hope you're doing well. And tonight we will be focusing on some poses that are good for, relaxing before bed, letting go of any aches, any thoughts that might be present with us. So I have with me a yoga strap. You can grab a belt or a scarf. And for starters, I will be sitting on a pillow just to help with this elevation of the hips. So let's meet on the mat. As usual, find a nice, comfortable position to sit. Nice straight spine. And we'll just do 3 to 5 breaths here, just to meet ourselves at this present moment, focusing on the breath itself. On the next breath, we can open our eyes if they were closed, and we will start by moving our necks. So we will look up, inhale, and look down, move the neck down, exhale. Inhale up, and exhale down. One more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Now on the next movement of the neck going up, we will add the movement of the shoulders. So we will move up, raise the shoulders up and down, move the shoulders down, up, and maybe roll them back, down, forward and up, and back and down, forward and up, and back, down. Beautiful. Now we can add a little movement of the spine. So we can add a little seated cat-cow here with the shoulders rolling up, looking up, arching the back and moving down, moving the spine, rounding it. Inhale up and rolling the shoulders. And one more time, listening to what our body is saying. Is it too much movement? We can slow down. Maybe we want more movement. And we can increase the curvature of the spine. And from here, we will move our body in a circular motion. So our chest will be moving about our hips. So we will move to the right, forward, left, and back. Right, forward, left, and back. And last one. From here, we will move in the opposite direction 3 times. Switching the direction. Moving that spine, moving those muscles. That's good. And from here, we will move our shoulders a little bit more. So we will move one shoulder and then the other. We're moving it back. So circular motions with the shoulders, but just one by one. And release. And now we move forward one by one, creating circles. So up, forward, and then back and down. And release. Let's roll both shoulder blades back together. Nice straight spine once more. And from here, we will just move our necks where it's available without pushing anything from side to side. Breathing, maintaining our breath, not holding the breath. And And from here, we can move the neck slightly to the right. If that feels fine, we can just rest the right hand on top of the head without pushing or pressing, and extend the left to the side. And from here, depending how our nerves are doing, that go all the way to the wrist and to each finger, we can start exploring, moving the wrist, and then maybe we can move the whole arm in a circle, 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other direction. And release, come back to center, and we will do the same on the other side. So we will move our left palm on top of the head without pressing, and extend the right hand to the side, comparing, no judgment, just noticing and comparing how the right side is feeling versus the other. Is one side tighter? Definitely my right arm is a bit tight. I've been doing lots of tedious work today with my right hand. And then slowly release. Beautiful. Now we will extend the left leg, open to the side. The right leg is bent, and we can move it in a way that feels good. We can support the knee if it doesn't want to move toward the mat. We can support it with a pillow or a block, just putting it underneath here. Otherwise, just extending the left leg to the side, so not forward, but about 45 degrees, or however maybe we can increase the angle depending how your inside the thighs are doing. And from here, we can just move forward and back, forward and back. Try not to round the spine first, so I like to always hinge at the hips first, see how it feels with the straight spine, and then we can round the back and come back, straighten the spine, and forward and back. Hinge, forward, round the spine, and back. Beautiful. Still staying here, we will move in a low side bend, pressing the hand either on the left thigh, shin, or touching the toes. And it doesn't have to be a huge side bend. Staying here is fine. Maybe we can continue breathing and move a bit lower. Try not to lean back or forward too much. And then release. Beautiful work. And from here, we will bring the leg toward us, and we will switch now. The other side, the right leg will be extended. For me, it's about 45 degrees, comfortable stretch. And the left leg is now bent. Feel free to pat it with a pillow or a block. And once more, we will hinge at the hips and then round, depending how we're feeling. Maybe you already feel a lot more relaxed on this side, and you can just completely stay in the stretch, but I will continue doing it dynamically. Exhale toward the stretch, inhale up, and exhale, moving into the stretch. And release. And we will go into our side stretch once more. So reaching the left arm now, finding the space position that feels good. Might be different on this side, and that's fine. Finding what feels good. We're here to relax, to find a juicy, comfortable stretch. And release. Come out of the stretch. We will now bring our legs into the seated position, crisscross. And from here, we will move into some twists. So we will move our head to look to the right, start twisting the chest and the rest of the torso slowly, and then we'll find position for our hands. Right hand can be behind the back, resting on the lower back, and the left hand can be pressing on the thigh or resting on the knee. Staying in a twist, or we can inhale, slightly come out of the twist, make it a little bit of dynamic, and increase the twist on the exhale. So feel free to make it dynamic or static, depending on what feels better today. And then slowly come back to center. And we will move in the twist on the opposite side. So finding the position for the arms, same way like we did before, and choosing static or dynamic option here. Moving with your breath, or maybe focusing on your breath while holding the twist. And then on the next breath, slowly come out. And from here, we will move our bent legs in front of us. We will have our hands support our nice straight back, and we'll just move our hips, moving the knees from side to side. The knees don't have to reach for the floor. Just do whatever feels good. You can go slower or faster. And then slowly release. Beautiful. And now I will remove the pillow from underneath. And we will move to lie down on our backs. And from here, we will just move our hips and try to straighten them a little bit. So the usual bridge pose will do that. And we will explore it a little bit more here. So we will inhale while the hips are on the mat. On the exhale, we will squeeze the glutes and move the pelvis up. And inhale, come back. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, move up. Inhale, come back. One more time, squeeze and lift. And inhale, come back. From here, we can continue doing the regular bridge pose, or we can move our hips up, heels up. Those are staying on the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Grab interlace the fingertips below the pelvis and hold while breathing. And then slowly release the fingertips, release the shoulders, move the heels back, and lastly the pelvis back on the mat. And from here, let's hug the right knee. Left knee can be extended partially or fully. And then we will switch. The left knee is going toward the chest. The right knee can be extended. And release. And now we will bring the right heel just below the left knee. And we either can start by pressing right palm on the right thigh. We can grab behind the left thigh to increase the stretch, or we can grab the shin. Your choice of a figure four stretch. Another option you can have here is extending the left leg, and seeing if that feels any better. Savoring the stretch, savoring what our body is feeling right now after this long day, Monday. And then we release and do the same on the other side, choosing a position that works best for us today. Remember that each side can feel slightly different, so honoring what each side needs. And then slowly release and relax. From here, we will move both knees toward the armpits instead of to the chest, so widening the distance. And then we can grab behind the thighs, we can grab the shins, or we can grab the feet. And we can move our body rolling from side to side slightly, massaging the spine, opening up the hips, breathing through the stretch, letting go of any tightness, letting go of anything that prevents us from relaxing, any stress. This is the time to relax and let go. And from here, we can slowly move both legs up. And this is where the strap will help. If you have a wall available very near to you, you can move the pelvis as close as you can to the wall and move your legs to be against the wall. This is a great relaxation and rejuvenating pose. But because I don't have a wall, I will just simply use a strap here and find a position for my legs to feel about as if they were supported by the wall. Relax and breathe. Nice deep breaths here. If you feel any tingling sensations, any uncomfortable sensations in the legs, please come out of the pose. You can revisit it later. The stretch should be comfortable. The legs should feel restful. No tingling, no numbness should be present. And slowly relax, move the legs down, nice and slow. Take your time. And from here, we will move to be on our bellies. Rather, not on our bellies, but on all fours, tabletop. And from here, in the tabletop, we would move into full cat-cow. So stacking our joints and moving in with the inhale up, arching the back, and down, rounding the spine. Inhale up and arch, and exhale round and down. Moving with your own breath, feel free to move the body a little bit more or less. I'm bending my elbows here, bringing the pelvis toward the heels, just to increase the stretch. And then from here, we will move the pelvis toward the heels, stretch the arms forward, bring the forehead closer, or maybe we can rest it on the mat and release and relax. Child's pose. If the stretch for the hands, for the arms feels a bit too much, we can move the hands into cactus arms or simply next to the body. Resting in a variation of a child's pose of your choice of what your body needs right now. Depending on position of your hands here, if your hands weren't extended, please extend them now. And we will move just the palms of our hands to step all the way to the left. And feel a side body stretch, nice side body stretch. Let's move back to center and walk them all the way to the right now. Feeling a nice side body stretch on the opposite side. Breathing through the stretch. Coming back to center, we will now move to all fours, tabletop. And from tabletop here, we will move one arm up and thread the needle, threading it underneath the armpit, staying here. Or we can move to lie down on the side of the body, on the side of our face. We can also use a pillow or a block to position underneath our head. We can choose to place the other hand on top of the lower back and see if that's something that feels comfortable and makes the stretch feel a little better. Breath should be comfortable. And on the next inhale, we return to the tabletop position. Let's move into our cat-cow again. Inhale up and arch, and exhale round and down. Let's do 2 more. Follow your own breath. And now we'll move to thread the needle on the other side. Bring the arm up, reach, and then exhale, reaching for the opposite wall or moving to lie down on the side of the face. Option for the other hand is to rest on top of our lower back. We can move slightly to increase the stretch. Listening to what our body is trying to tell us. Does it need more stretch on this side, or does it want to relax some more? And then slowly on the next breath, we come out of the pose and move back to the all fours now. And from here, we will move to look toward the left, push the hips to the left, move to look to the right and push the hips to the right. Breathing, push to the left, center, push to the right. Center, inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, center, exhale, stretch. And couple more times on each side. And now we will move our hips a little bit in a circle over the knees. So we will push our hips to the right, back, left, and forward. Right, back, left, and forward. Last one on this side. And then we switch direction. So moving left, back, right, and forward. And release. From here, you can move into the child's pose once again, or if you prefer seated position, you can do so as well. Finding yourself in a comfortable position, we will try to prolong our breath a little bit. So we will inhale on the count of 4. However, the count of 4 feels comfortable for you. It can be a little bit faster, it can be a little bit slower. And we will exhale on the count of 6. Prolonging our exhale. Feel free to exhale through your mouth, but try to inhale through your nose. Letting the air travel all the way to the belly, expanding the belly. And on the exhale, the belly deflates. With each inhale, letting the body rejuvenate, and with each exhale, taking this opportunity to rest, to relax. On the next inhale, if you were in the child's pose, you can slowly come out of the child's pose and find a comfortable seat. If you're already in a seated position, I hope this short practice helps you relax and you will sleep well and have great dreams. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. As usual, you can leave a comment or DM me with any feedback that you have, any suggestions, and I'll see you next Monday. Have a great week.